A study conducted by Peter Gollwitzer and other researchers found that when we declare our intentions publicly, especially those related to our identity, our brain reacts as if we've already achieved the goal. The study observed that when we speak out loud about a personal goal, like starting a workout routine or learning a new skill, we tend to feel a little closer to that identity. However, this premature satisfaction effect tricks our sense of achievement. Instead of encouraging us to take action, this immediate social approval can create a motivation gap, what researchers call the intention-behavior gap. Have you ever noticed how we love to share good news before it even happens? Sometimes it feels like we just can't hold back our excitement. It could be that job opportunity that isn't ours yet, but we already want to tell everyone about it, or that new project that's still just an idea, but we're already tempted to post about it on social media. Who hasn't done it, right? After all, there's something really enjoyable about sharing our dreams, expectations, and even plans with other people, isn't there? Yes, sharing plans too early can actually hinder our progress. Strange, right? But let me explain why that happens. This mechanism acts as an internal distraction. Instead of channeling all our energy into the work that needs to be done, our minds spend part of that initial drive seeking recognition and validation. And interestingly, this quest for approval doesn't come solely from within. It's amplified by social media and the environment around us, where everything is shared. Moreover, this early approval affects how we deal with our own emotions regarding the goal. Every time we talk about a plan and get positive feedback, we expose ourselves to expectations and even comparisons. After all, people start expecting us to deliver on what we announced. This external expectation can create extra stress, making the journey heavier and leaving us less motivated to take the necessary steps. Let's imagine you've decided to pursue a big dream, moving to that city you've always wanted to live in. It's just an initial plan, still in the idea phase, where you're saving money and researching every detail. But in your excitement, you share the news with friends and family. Their response? Lots of cheers and excitement. Supportive comments and messages like, "You deserve it," or "That's amazing. Go for it." At the moment, this wave of social approval gives you immediate satisfaction, a feeling that you're already on the right track, and your brain feels as if you've already made progress just by announcing the plan. But here's the catch. When our brain receives that recognition and social approval, it gets a small dopamine reward, as if the dream has already been partially achieved. The problem? This premature pleasure can slightly diminish the motivation to continue with the plan, to actually save money, do more research, and take each necessary step. The feeling of, "I'm almost there," makes the initial drive lose a bit of its momentum or focus, making the journey longer than it seems. Now let's add another layer to this story. Along with the supportive comments, you might hear things influenced by comparison or even envy. Maybe someone says, "Do you think you'll really be able to save all that money?" Or, "Wow, that city is expensive. It'll be tough." These types of comments, often made casually, reflect a natural comparison that studies on social media and social comparison have highlighted. When people see someone pursuing something desirable, they may unconsciously experience mixed emotions. And even if they don't realize it, this can translate into doubts or less encouraging remarks. These feelings of envy or comparison don't just affect others, they indirectly affect us too. Thanks to our mirror neurons, which pick up and reflect the emotions around us, we end up absorbing these vibes. So instead of moving forward with that plan in a light and motivated way, we start carrying an emotional weight that wasn't ours. Suddenly, what was just a dream of a house or a new city feels more challenging, and that initial energy begins to fade. The good news is that we can break this cycle and recover the original joy of our goals while keeping focus and motivation without seeking immediate validation. A first step is to resist the urge to share every detail with everyone, and instead look for trusted people, those friends or family members who genuinely support us. Sharing our plans with these people doesn't give us the same high of social approval, but helps us stay grounded, receiving guidance and encouragement without creating public pressure. Another important point is to recognize and understand this urge to share without blaming ourselves. It's completely normal to want to share achievements and expectations, but learning to manage this anxiety and channeling our energy into action instead of approval is a powerful exercise. Instead of announcing your plans, try taking a few concrete steps first, without an audience. Experiment with keeping your initial progress quiet and see how this can strengthen your sense of control and achievement. This sense of silent accomplishment tends to be more solid because it comes from within, not from others' reactions. To continue this shift, it's important to cultivate the habit of celebrating small victories on your own without depending on external validation. When you can focus on your own progress, no matter how small, your brain receives a direct and more authentic reward because the pleasure comes from your effort. Try jotting down your achievements, no matter how minor they seem, and revisit these notes along the way. This simple act reinforces your confidence and helps build an internal sense of progress. Another practice that can help is reprogramming how we deal with social comparison. Instead of clinging to what others expect or your own perfect expectations, try focusing on your continuous growth. And don't be afraid to adjust your goals along the way. Remember, the main goal is your well-being and learning. The progress itself is far more important than achieving success the way others might imagine. So, keep the secret and let success make the noise later.